COVID-19, lockdowns, protests, riots, murder hornets. 2020 has been loads of fun, hasn't it? Well, let's just throw in a massive scheme to steal Bitcoin from people through influential Twitter accounts for good measure. That's what happened this week, and we've got the details. A Texas man allegedly used $1.1 million in COVID-19 relief funds to buy crypto. 2 crypto promoters were found dead in Mexico. And a Japanese banking giant is planning on launching their own stablecoin in 2020. Finally, the non-fungible token world was shaken again as the Joe Exotic parody set of Garbage Pail Kids sold out in just 1 hour. It was that bitch Carol Baskin that done it. We've made it halfway through 2020, and we've also made it to the 3rd anniversary of Bad Crypto. Well, almost. So welcome to our Bad News, episode number 427 of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
I'm old enough to remember when Mr. Travis Wright and I had an idea. They said, hey, kids, let's put on a show. And that was 3 years ago today. It is July 16th, 2020. And on July 16th, 2017, the idea for the Bad Crypto Podcast was born. And you're here to celebrate with us. I'm Joel Comm.
I'm Travis Wright. And this is the 3rd anniversary episode, although we didn't mention it in the show title.
Well, it's the 3rd anniversary of the birth of the idea, but it was 2 days later that we released the first episode.
Yeah, so the next episode's coming out like next Tuesday or something, right? So this is it.
No, Sunday night. So it'll be on the 19th. It'll be 3 years and 1 day.
Okay, I guess that'll technically be the deal. Maybe we do an NFT for that since it's a 3-year anniversary.
You want to build another NFT now? We are so deep into making NFTs.
Well, we haven't made NFTs for just the Bad Crypto folks in a while, not just a specific Bad Crypto one.
Well, we just did one for Blockchain Heroes.
I know we've done a lot for Blockchain Heroes, but the last time we've done just a specific Bad Crypto one was...
You know what? You make what you want. You do whatever you want to do, and if you build one, I will tell people where they can get it.
Okay, that's good. We'll do one. We'll do one on. It's a birthday anniversary gift from us to you.
Are we going to do it on Wax then?
What do you think? It's probably easier.
I mean, it's kind of where we've been going, and I don't see why not.
It costs too much. It costs too much gas on Ethereum, so Wax is a better solution.
So maybe Ethereum eats too many beans.
I think that's true.
Too much gas. Actually, really interesting. I was going to purchase an NFT earlier for $1 on Ethereum blockchain, and the gas fee made it $6. It was $5 in gas. I'm like, what? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why Ethereum is dying when it comes to NFTs. All the big NFT projects are moving off of Ethereum onto other platforms, and so we saw the light. We saw the light.
Well,
I think to Wax.
There's still hope for Ethereum and NFTs, but we need this, Ethereum 2.0 and proof of stake and proof of potatoes with your stake and all that good stuff. You know what we're proving to be very good is that a lot of you are emailing us to say, I went to eToro, I set up an account because I'm a U.S. citizen, and you told me you guys would send me $50 in Bitcoin. I've sent a lot of you $50 in Bitcoin this week because you followed the simple instructions at badco.in/eToro. And what was really easy for me to send is I just went into Mr. Travis Wright's wallet. I hacked it, and I got his Bitcoin, and I'm sending it to you.
I was wondering where that went.
Yeah.
So is that trickle-down economics?
It trickled right into my wallet.
Well, I like $50 in Bitcoin, so we like you guys to have it as well. So if you like $50 in Bitcoin, you should probably go to badco.in/eToro, or just go to Bad Crypto and click on the banner that we have right there at the top of the page. That goes to the same place.
That'd be fantastic. All right, we got a lot of news to cover, so let's get into it. Taking a look at the CoinGecko website, coingecko.com, timestamp July 16th, 2023, 15 p.m. Mountain. It's a Mountain Standard Time here, not to be confused with them. They're Pacific Standard Time. The crypto market cap's $273.5 billion. Bitcoin 91.12, Ethereum 232, Tether $1, XRP 19 cents, Bitcoin Cash 222, Cardano 12 cents, Chainlink made a move this week, $8.35, Bitcoin SV 172, Litecoin $42, and in the number 10 spot is CRO, the crypto.com coin at 14 cents, pushing Binance down one slot this week.
Oh, I bet they're angry about that.
So mad.
I remember this last couple of weeks we've been joking about the L. Rod Hubbard coin.
Yeah, well, you've been joking. I've been going, why?
Yeah, well, it's LROND, ERD, up 101% this week. 24-hour volume, 44 million. It's up to the 47th coin overall. I still have no idea what it does. We probably ought to look at that. Swissborg, which is not cheese and it's not a robot, up almost 44%. Divvy.
Wait, it's neither cheese nor a robot, but it is a cheese robot.
Yeah, but it's a cheesy robot.
I am your cheese robot.
I'm here with your cheesy jokes.
Provolone, Munster, or Roquefort.
Okay. And then Divvy is up 42%. So
Come on.
Divvy is it popped over 7 cents this week up at one point.
It hit 8 cents.
It hit 8 cents? My. So those of you who were listening to Bad Crypto when Divvy was a third of a penny, you're probably pretty happy with that. Algorand was up 41%. At Lend token up 37%. A-Link up 32%. Well, look at this. Ave Link, and Ave Lend. Those are all tokens that are in the top 100, and they're all attached somehow. So that's an ecosystem we need to take a look at.
Is that Ave Lincoln?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ave Link. AAVE is the token. Chainlink up 29%. And Hyperion up 23%. Interesting to see some of these. Who are the big losers this week, Mr. Joe Com?
Well, Dogecoin is number one, down 38%. Of course, there was the pump because we covered this on last week's news. TikTok users were saying, go buy Dogecoin, well, I'll be rich. And it went on a massive run. It's just sitting under 0.003 right now. So, but it's fallen this week. Then you've got UMA's down 20%. Ren, Nexo, Siacoin, Verge, Compound, 0x, Thorchain, Zilliqua, all down this week. But
Thorchain finally down.
A whole lot of sideways movement for Bitcoin this week. Although our first story from our friends at Cointelegraph.com say that the crypto winter could really be over as new Bitcoin starts to bloom. So why are they saying this? Somebody's charting, is the crypto winter thaw finally over? I've thought it's been over for some time. I mean, crypto winter was when we were down to 3,500 and then around 6,000 or so. I thought when we started seeing the move back up to 9 and 10, that was clearly a sign that the crypto winter was over. But I guess we're still talking about this.
Well, we also had an interview today with a dude from unlisted.io, and he was saying that there's a switch where there's a potential where it could go all the way down to 5,000 or pop upward. And so it's like, it's going to get through one of those zones. It's like, it's either going to go down and maybe hit 5,000 or it's going to start making its upward movement. So we look at this, we say, oh, crypto winter could be over as new Bitcoin starts to bloom. They could also say, crypto winter could not be over as old Bitcoin starts to go down. I mean, it's just opinion stuff right here. Right?
There's so many factors that figure in here, right? You've got what's in the news, right? Hacks are sensationalized, even though the blockchain itself is not hacked. There are people that are hacked and people make mistakes, and lots of money can be lost in the crypto world, just like it can in the traditional financial world. You've got the traditional financial world. What are they doing? What is the big money that's been sitting on the sidelines doing? What are the developments in blockchain that are being adopted by governments, by Fortune 500s? What are the unpredictables, the unforeseens? Look what happened to the stock market when the lockdowns hit. Now it's coming back pretty strong. Bitcoin took an initial hit, but it bounced back pretty quickly. So there's the uncertainties, and how much of the world economy uncertainties play into the future of Bitcoin. So many questions and so many unpredictables.
Well, it's uncertain and unpredictable, Mr. Joel Comm. So
It
many.
is. By the way, speaking of the markets going up and down, I don't know, Travis, if you've been watching gold and silver at all, but gold is back to 1,800 and silver is over $19 an ounce. So those are actually both up from when the markets collapsed and when Bitcoin went down from COVID. If you had your money in either the stock markets, crypto, Bitcoin in particular, or precious metals, you would actually be profitable on precious metals at this moment.
Please wake me up when silver is over $40, because that's
what you bought it at.
Yeah, I bought from 30 to 40 is when I bought a lot of it, when I should have been buying Bitcoin at around $1. I'm really good at this investment stuff. You should totally listen to me.
You should just hodl, Trav. Just hodl. This is why I'm not a good trader either. I do a little bit, but it's not like some of these guys that are watching the charts and trying to bank on the moment. I mean, we have no idea, gang. I mean, 3 years into doing this, we definitely understand a lot more about blockchain in the crypto world, but we are no better at financial advising now than we were then, when we also weren't financial advisors.
Well, in 2011, that was right after the crash, right? And I'm looking at this going, the economy is going to crash. I need silver to be able to live. And so that was my sort of thought process, was that, because the whole digital currency, I mean, I as I said, I mined Bitcoin, but I still know, I didn't have any Bitcoin buddies and I didn't really get it. I'm like, okay, it's kind of cool. It's kind of a novelty thing, interesting. But silver, I know I'm going to need that in my hands. And then the value just tanked over time. Sad news for Travis.
So,
a bad news show with a little bit of sad news.
This piece from William Suberg at Cointelegraph, Ethereum is trading as its highest since before the March coronavirus crash, but data suggests that investors have little interest in holding the second largest crypto by market capitalization. So Ether exchange balances remain high. Bitcoin balances have dropped. So people are hodling more Bitcoin than Ethereum. Right, people are looking, and this makes a lot of sense, especially after re-listening to our interview with Max Kaiser from a week ago, where he said you get rid of all the crap coins, right, all the voodoo out there, and 90% of the market is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the king daddy of the cryptos, and the fact that people want to hold their Bitcoin rather than trade it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, if you have not listened to that episode with Max Kaiser, I think that's one of the best episodes that we've done in a long time. I mean, maybe the best one in 2020, maybe one of the best ones ever. And I've listened to it twice since the show's gone out, and I've sent it off individually to a lot of different people that are in my circle. And I'm like, hey, you need to hear this one. There are some serious red pills that he drops and some explanations in there that really get your noggin going. So if you've not listened to that yet, I believe it's 425, 426?
5 or 6. It was the last episode.
Oh, it's the last episode. Yeah. So badco.in/426. Yeah, you want to listen to that. That was good stuff.
Yeah, especially the ukulele serenade at the end. Travis,
the Easter egg extra ukulele with Joel and his friend.
Are you watching Tesla at all? $1,500 a share is what Tesla's going for. That makes Tesla's market cap 30% larger than Bitcoin. And so if you were investing in Tesla, you were beating Bitcoin like crazy. In fact, this article says 30-day realized volatility for Bitcoin drops to its lowest level because it's moving sideways. But Tesla is just like, woo. And it's not that Tesla is any more valuable than any other, car company necessarily. It's all based on pure hype and speculation.
Yeah, it has gone up from the middle of March, it looks like it was just a little bit below 400. And here it is in July, and it's over almost 1,500. That is crazy. That is so much growth. That's 1,100. I mean, you've literally, you've almost 4 times your money if you bought Tesla at that $400 range. And I don't know. A lot of people like Elon Musk. I think he's a smart dude. But I mean, a lot of this is, as you said, a lot of it is just hype. I could see this thing come crashing down big time over time. And I don't know, but again, not a financial advisor. Who knows? I thought Amazon was eventually going to come down, and Amazon just keeps on going. I was like, dude, it's really high. It's got to go down. Nope, and just keeps on going up. And
Apple, not alone. There's others, and so it's always like in the moment we look at it. Like if you would have looked at Tesla at $400 when it was after the COVID crash, you would have been like, man, that's still too much.
Mm-hmm. Well, it went from 900 to 400 in about a month and a half, and then went from 400 to 1,500 in about 3.5 months. 4 months. That's crazy.
Well, the big news for the week, Mr. TW, was what happened on Twitter and the hack attack. Essentially, this article on Inc., and we've got a number of articles that talk about this and all the issues surrounding it. If you go to badco.in/427, you can get links to all of them. This one on Inc. says Twitter's nightmare scenario just came true. The only thing worse was the company's response. There's been a massive breach of verified accounts that happened. This happened on Wednesday night. And I don't know if it's Inc. calling it a worst case scenario or Twitter calls it a worst case scenario, but a hacker or a group of hackers gained access to several high profile verified blue checkmark accounts and then posted tweets on those accounts asking their followers to make donations to a Bitcoin wallet. Now, we're not talking about myself or Mr. Travis Wright getting hacked. We're talking about Joe Biden, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Kanye West, and President Barack Obama. So it's pretty scary stuff. Twitter locked down the affected accounts. They froze all activity by all verified accounts. So I guess if I had tried to get on at that time, I would have been locked out too. You couldn't reset your password. You couldn't post tweets. The limitations have been listed, but the reason they say this happened, according to Twitter's explanation, is that a Twitter employee was social engineered. So basically, somebody convinced an employee of Twitter to somehow gain access to their internal systems and tools.
Yep. Yeah, so basically it was on a Discord channel. And from what I've read and the research that I've seen is that the employee got paid $2,000. They gave him access to the back end. And so there's these dashboards that Twitter has that they've been denying that they've had. And these dashboards actually allow employees to manually shadow ban trends and shadow ban people. Now, when you go to what a shadow ban means is you can basically just eliminate it, or if you can send out a tweet, but nobody hears it, right? So you still have your account, but you don't get any of the activity. Now, you can actually check this. There's a website called shadowban.eu. And one of the things that people noticed was all of the Trump family, for the most part, was completely shadow banned. Like if you type in Eric Trump or Donald J. Trump Jr., they're completely shadow banned. You can't so their tweets get very limited engagement to make people think that nobody cares about what they have to say. But Jack went to Congress and said, no, we don't have anything like this. And then the hackers basically proved that they do have this. Now, this was a social engineering attack. And basically, once they got in and had access to that dashboard, they could go in and reset people's passwords, go in and eliminate people's 2FA, and then gain access to their accounts. And then what they were doing is like these other articles are showing, like this next article here where Elon Musk, Kanye West, Bill Gates, and they were attacked. And basically what they were saying is they were doing that old Bitcoin scam. Send me $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. We'll send you $2,000 worth of Bitcoin for the next 30 minutes or whatever. And here's the address. And then people were sending in Bitcoin, expecting that they were going to, because here it is. Elon Musk said it from his real account. Kanye West said it. Bill Gates said it. Joe Biden said it.
Okay, but who's actually dumb enough? Like, who would not see right through that? If you're in Bitcoin, who's going to be? I'm sorry if this is you. I mean, look, we all make mistakes. I once bought crappy speakers off the back of a truck, so I guess I get it. But I did. True story. It's 20.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine who did that shit too. I've been stopped multiple times. I'm like, dude, I don't need speakers.
But these are these are the last ones, and they're amazing. And I'm giving you for a deal. Really?
Yeah.
Let me go to the ATM and get $300.
Yeah.
But you know, who's going to fall for this?
Well, dude, Joe Biden, from his Joe Biden official one, I'm giving back to the community. All Bitcoin sent to this address below will be sent back doubled. If you send 1,000, I'll send you back 2,000. Only doing this for 30 minutes. Here's the hash. Enjoy. Well, I tell you, 232 people retweeted it, 217 comments, almost 400 likes at the time this thing was done. So far, the criminals that received over 11.5 Bitcoin across these multiple accounts on Twitter yesterday.
Well, you know what? If you gave Bitcoin to Joe Biden, I guess you deserve to lose. I mean, it's horrible. So they didn't get to the president's account. That's interesting. I mean, you'd think if they were going to target anybody, that would.
Well, it must have been a Trump supporter of some sort, because they didn't go. Basically, what they did was they revealed that why would Barack Obama and Joe Biden get hacked? But then they also reveal the fact that the Trump family shadow banned.
Who revealed that?
Well, that was part of the process when things got revealed. So I don't know. I'm just assuming that it's a Trump supporter, because if not, if it was a grumpy person, they would immediately go after Trump first. That would be the first one they'd go after.
Well, so this, the really bad news, what they're saying is the response from Twitter is bad. The writer of this article's opinion is, because a verified account on Twitter provides validation that the account does indeed belong to that person, it means you can trust that this person is legit. And so here we go. Now you can't even trust verified accounts. But of course, verified accounts are BS anyhow, right? They don't really care about verifying the masses to be who they say they are. They care about verifying the people they want to verify. And had I not got in, a long time ago when the verification process first opened, I probably wouldn't be verified.
Right. Dude, Max Kaiser's not even verified.
No.
Right? Like, that's serious. Like, really? He's not verified? There's a lot of other people out there who are not verified. But one thing I will say about this, folks, is I think Jack Dorsey should go to court now, because he truly committed perjury, and there is the evidence that they have this dashboard where they can shadow ban anyone, and they can literally eliminate anybody's point of view that they want at a push of a button, at any employee's whim, at a push of a button. They are no longer a social media site. They are a publisher. They are going in and curating content and eliminating points of view they don't want. They should literally be going under. There should be some serious retribution for this.
Yeah, and actually, this Inc. article says it's the worst case scenario. I think there's a worster case scenario.
Worcester?
Worcester, yep. More worse. It's a Worcestershire sauce with that.
Oh, man, that's bad.
I know it's worse, but Worcester sounds funny, and I like to wordify with my things. The worst case scenario is if President Trump leaves Twitter.
You think?
Whether you like him or not, yes, that is worst case scenario, because the stock has only gone up since he's been there. Whether you love him or hate him, he creates so much controversy, and their stock price would definitely be dramatically impacted if he left for another social site, because how many millions of people, tens of millions of people follow him. And a lot of people are on Twitter just to follow.
Just to tweet rage at him. Yeah. I don't know. That's why it's just weird that his did not get hacked. But there's another article here on Cointelegraph that talks about who owns the Crypto for Health domain behind the Twitter attacks. So there's data concerning the owner of a website associated with the Twitter account hacks that had been leaked online. And so internet sleuths, they did their internet sleuthing, and they saw this cryptoforhealth.com website, and they think that's associated with these Twitter hacks. And so they've gone through And it also prompted the Winklevi to warn all major crypto Twitter that has been compromised. I know for a while I couldn't tweet at all because they had blocked all verified accounts from being able to tweet. So there was like 2 hours where I couldn't tweet at all. My favorite thing from the whole deal was Babylon B. They said, well, since verified accounts are blocked right now, you can't get your fake news from CNN, so you'll have to get it from us.
Here's how you solve this problem, gang. 2FA on your device.
No, they were eliminating a lot of them had 2FA. The dashboard allowed them to circumvent the 2FA.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's really scary when even the most secure of security doesn't work. By the way, we're going to be talking in the future. I have switched my phone card SIM. Did you switch yours yet?
Not yet. They got to do a deal because my daughter and my account's on the same thing. Okay. And
my SIM card is unswappable now. Unswappable. There's nowhere you can call to swap out the SIM card on my phone. So I can no longer be a victim of SIM hacking. And soon Travis will join that league, and we're going to be sharing with you in the future how to make that work, because we're going to recommend that you take a serious look at it if you are on any of the major carriers.
Yeah.
It can be SIM swapped. More about that later.
That's true. Did you see the hidden messages that were found in the transactions to the Twitter hack Bitcoin address?
What does it say?
So the user put a hidden message in transactions there that were associated to that, and there was different things. Just read all transactions output as text. You take risk when you use Bitcoin for your Twitter game. Bitcoin is traceable. Why not Monero?
You know what would be really funny is if the sleuths tracked these wallet addresses and watched anytime any transaction happens from all the addresses that the Bitcoin was stolen to. And if they were able to track down due to the lack of privacy in Bitcoin and find out who did this.
Right. Well, now it's like, as of the writing, this was about 18 hours ago. They said that they got about a little over 12 Bitcoin, to almost 13 Bitcoin. So right about $120,000 that they were able to pull away. Not a bad investment for the $2,000 that they paid the employee.
It certainly is a good commercial for Monero. I mean, because there is more privacy and there is more security to it. Meanwhile, there are those who are encouraging the sleuthers to sleuth. Justin Sun is one of those. He's offering a $1 million bounty if you can locate those who are responsible for the Twitter hacks. He said, we're working closely with Twitter to resolve this issue immediately, return our accounts to normal. We're always vigilant in handling our accounts, operating safely and responsibly, taking security of our accounts to the highest standards possible. This only further illuminates the urgent need for our society to adopt decentralized, trustless software and services. Social media sites that we now use, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, they are necessary evils for now. Necessary because they are where everybody is. Evil because if you don't see it by now, then you are the ostrich with your head buried deep in the sand. But that doesn't mean that we can't find replacements that aren't evil. And I think that this is just a season of time, that it's not always going to be like this.
And you know what I find is interesting about that whole thing, Mr. Joel Comm, is that Twitter had its largest hack ever. And, overnight the price went down a little bit, but over the course of the day, it just went back up. It's only down, like literally from 24 hours, it's only down 1%. So it's like, there's no correlation between the fact that those passwords or that they got hacked and actually the price of the stock market. So it seemed to me that the trust of Twitter has been demolished, and here we are. The price of it did not do anything. And who I do know, if Justin Sun wants that guy who took $2,000 should probably take up Justin Sun and say, hey, I know who did it.
Right. He gets to earn twice. It's like, I did my $2,000.
I earned $1,002,000.
Oh, that dude, if he ever gets caught, he's going to prison for sure. And more scamming here, Mr. Travis Wright.
Man, this is bad news.
Yeah. This Texas man took $1.1 million that he got for COVID relief funds to buy crypto. So this guy has been charged with fraudulently filing loan applications through the PPE, Paycheck Protection Program, saying he was seeking COVID-19 relief, but he just decided to use the money to buy crypto instead. He had a couple companies, Texas Barbecue and Houston Landscaping. He claimed that both businesses had numerous employees and hundreds of thousands of dollars in payroll expenses. But that's not what happened. He took the money, $956,000, $250, and wired them to Coinbase.
Well, I mean, if you're going to do something that stupid and that brazen, you probably ought to leave the country at the same time.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so I'm sending and then you're going to send it to Coinbase. Okay, get your crypto and then move and then go live on the Cayman Islands or something. I mean, you're going to get caught. You're going to, and this guy did, and not a good idea. Not a good idea to brazenly lie, get free money from the Paycheck Protection Program, use it to buy crypto, and not even Monero. You're using it to buy Bitcoin and this other stuff. You're getting caught, dude. That's
not only that, off the most transparent public exchange, right? I mean, if anybody's reporting to the government, it's Coinbase, right? Stick within regulations. I mean, that dude would be getting not a 1099, what, a W-2 or whatever it is, whatever the investment form is that you get. It's so trackable. Yeah, pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
Mr. Ron Paul's in the news, Travis.
Why is that?
Well, apparently his political director, Craig Bergman, now runs a company called Vortex Blockchain Technologies as the president and the CEO, and he is quietly mining Bitcoin and other cryptos while he catches up on filings from the SEC. He's being very quiet about it, though. Don't tell anybody.
We actually have an interview coming up here in the next few episodes. I don't know exactly when it's coming in, but we had a conversation with Nick Spanos, and he did a lot of stuff with Ron Paul. And, you know, that was the entree for him into Bitcoin over time. And he realized that it was such a really interesting and powerful thing. And so, yeah. So, you know, in Ron Paul, he doesn't quite get the technology, but he understands that Bitcoin is a way to sort of circumvent fiat money. And so it's fascinating. You know, more and more people are getting it, Mr. Joel Comm. They're understanding what it means and why they're doing it. And as our boy Max Kaiser said, you know, buy Bitcoin. It's the only way to stay sovereign.
On the other side of the world,
stop your shit coineries, Joel Comm.
Yeah, Japan's largest financial institution, the Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group, is planning to issue the MUFG token in the second half of 2020. This is big in Japan. They are the biggest financial institution in Japan, the fifth largest bank in the world. So they're going to be issuing their own stablecoin.
You know, I knew this was coming. A friend of mine is a VP at Mitsubishi MUFG. MUFG. Check us out. I'm a VP over at MUFG. We've been doing things up here at the MUFG. Hope you like it. But yeah, so they were talking about, you know, they got really interested in crypto. He was one of the first people to bring crypto to them, and they were thinking about it. And so here they are. They're going to be launching this, and you know, Japan, a big bank in Japan doing it. You know, we're talking about a lot of these different countries and different banks doing stuff. Again, these are going to be centralized. That's why, you know, they're going to try it, and they're going to realize, maybe we should own Bitcoin because it's decentralized. But, you know, it's just things are moving forward.
They're pegging it 1-to-1 to the yen. Meanwhile, back on this continent, some bad news for a couple people in Mazatlan, Mexico. Oscar Brito Ibarra and Ignacio Ibarra, two major OneCoin promoters. It was a crypto exit scam, were apparently kidnapped and killed in Mexico this last week. That's not good.
Wow. OneCoin, two dead. That'd be the headline.
Too soon.
Well, I mean, it's crazy. So it was a $4 billion crypto exit scam. $4 billion. It was a complete scam. And if that's the case, I mean, here's the deal. If you just scam $4 billion for people and you're on the run and you die, you get killed, I don't know that I have a whole lot of sympathy for you because you just scammed $4 billion, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you're not the only ones who did it, but you were part of them. You were part of the deal. And you don't want to get murdered in Mexico because that shit is brutal. Like, oh my God. They were found stuffed into suitcases and dumped in a vacant lot. Wow.
All right. And speaking of, I don't know how to transition to this.
For shitcoins?
Yeah. Dogecoin is not a joke, says the CEO of OKX, Jay Hua. How do you pronounce that? H-A-Ho? Jay How? I don't know how to pronounce.
It's H-A-O. That would be how.
A lot of people are saying, Doge is a joke, and it started as a meme coin, right? But, it's as legit as any other altcoin right now. People actually use Dogecoin, right? They tip each other with it all the time.
Yeah, it's a fun project, and they use micropayments with Doge, and it was one of those first ones. Yeah, it was a fork of Litecoin back in 2013, and I remember seeing when Dogecoin was created, and I was laughing, and the price of it was so low, and over time, if you got into Dogecoin really early and kept holding it, you could have made a small fortune with that, even though it was a joke. But it's sort of like a penny stock, And so last week they had this thing where there was a TikTok campaign. We talked about it. The person said, hey, let's all get rich. Dogecoin's practically worthless. There's 800 million TikTok users. Invest just $25. Once the stock hits $1, you'll have 10 grand. Boom, let everybody But it's not a stock, and it is a classic pump and dump, as evidenced by it as one of the top coins that were the biggest down this week.
Mm-hmm. Doge downer, much sad. Yeah. But anyway, that being what it is, if you invest in Doge and you win, then good on you. Now, if you invest in NFTs and you win, even gooder on you. And if you are one of the people that got into the first Garbage Pail Kids launch a couple months ago on the Wax blockchain, and you got packs and cards, you could have made a whole lot of money. Well, I think speculators that would be a repeat drove another huge success this week as Topps launched the GPK Goes Exotic. It's the Tiger King parody spoof cards done Garbage Pail Kids style that they offered more than twice as many cards, Travis, 240,000 cards in the series as opposed to 110,000 of the GPK Series 1. And they sold out in an hour.
Yeah. Well, there was some challenges with this that I think that they're definitely going to be working on moving forward. And so our launch of Blockchain Heroes should go a little smoother. I mean, there was so many people in the queue trying to buy cards that, the official sale was starting at noon Eastern. I got on at 8 minutes after noon Eastern, and already all of the big packs, the mega packs were gone because they opened it up 30 minutes early for the Telegram group for people who had a password, and those people just hoarded them all. And it ended up becoming a bad experience for a whole lot of people. I ended up getting my charges that I bought for the coins 8 minutes after the official launch. All that money got refunded. And so I didn't get any cards. Although I had a friend of mine, Mr. Matthew Marcus, shout out to him, who a good friend of mine here in Kansas City. He went ahead and he said, he messaged me up and said, you didn't get any? He's like, oh, dude, I got like 25. Let me sell you some at face value. So that was cool. And then I went into the secondary market so I could just open them up and test them out. But it was very frustrating for a whole lot of people. So that's one of the things is that, there's a balance. You want the sale to go well. There needs to be a cap on some of it so these big whales can't come in and buy them all. There's got to be some mechanisms in place to ensure that everybody, because it's much better for the ecosystem if like a couple thousand people have them more than just, a couple hundred people having all of them. And so I think that was a challenge, but we're very early in this whole game and this whole industry. So there's a lot of learnings to be found, Mr. Joel Common.
There are. And, here's the real disappointing thing for those that were looking to invest is the secondary market for these cards is very small. and it's not commanding the high prices that the first set did. But look what they did. They made in the first set they had 41 cards with A and B variations of different names. In this set, they had 15 cards with A and B variations. So you
can see this coming, Mr. Joel Com. I could see this coming. I was like, wait a second. So if you buy just a few packs, like when you open up your first few packs, you already had a couple of sets of the the total 15 A and B, and you had the Prism sets A and B. Then the more you opened up, you had multiples. Whenever there's 41A and 41B, the way it was with the first set, like it's harder to get that complete set. So the secondary market was driven by people who were trying to complete their sets. Now you open up a few packs, you have the whole set, and then you don't need to buy any more cards. And so there's no secondary market because there's no scarcity within them. And I think a lot of people were disappointed in the Tiger Claw variation. That was pretty cheesy. That wasn't sexy. They had their Prism one from last time, but they probably should have kept the sketch version because that was, and I did like the Tiger Border. The Tiger Border one was a new one, but the Tiger Claw one is cheesy. I don't think I've seen any Tiger Claws sell on the secondary market yet. And those are supposed to be like the second most rare variation.
Well, I'll tell you, if you enjoy collecting Garbage Pail Kids cards, then these are they delivered on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what they are. And I'm not talking, obviously, but I am hodling some cards. I don't think that personally investing in cards is necessarily, if you invest in a piece of art, I get that, Nifty Gateway sells, art, Super Rare sells art. Totally get that. I'm not sure looking at collectibles like this as an investment is a smart idea, but this is why what we're developing, Travis, is really all about the passion and the love for what we're doing. Like the cards that we're creating for Blockchain Heroes, we fanboy over the stuff we're creating, and we hope that others, are going to like them as well. And it turns out they are. Oh, by the way, before I forget, in the show notes is a link to an interview we did with Evan Vandenberg, who is with Wax, and we talked to him after the launch, after the Tiger King series sold out, and asked a lot of great questions. And so if you'll go to our show notes, badco.in/427, you can go hear from him what he thought about the launch, what they did right, what they did wrong. And ultimately, you got to give props to Topps and to Tobin Lent, who was on our show here a couple weeks ago, because he's the one who pushed for more cards in this series. They wanted to push the envelope, and it's a huge win as far as Topps is concerned.
Right. I think, it's all, as he said, it's all them experimenting and testing. Now, I think that if they had come in with Series 2 with 240,000 cards, that's probably a very good idea. With these Tiger King cards going for 200, going for more than double the amount of cards in this set, with less than half of about a third, almost a third of the cards variations. I just think that was just too big of a jump. It's almost like with the odds that they had here, is almost like they printed 1 million cards. If it had been Series 1, it was, if they had gone Series 1 with 1 million, then you would have had about the same odds like what you did with this Tiger King thing here. You buy a few packs, boom, you had your whole set. There's no need to do secondary market. But they made over $200,000 in an hour.
This whole Nifty world is just so fascinating to us. And the deeper we get in, the more we realize that this is, where we want to be. Yeah, we love crypto, and we're not leaving the space, and we're not leaving this podcast, but we do another show called The Nifty Show every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. And we invite you to join us for this Friday's show live. You can see us on nifty.show/theta or nifty.show/YouTube. And we're going to have the Cock Fosters, Duncan and Griffin, or at least one of them. I think they're both going to be joining us tomorrow, because
maybe one Cock Foster, maybe 2 Cock Fosters.
They're Nifty Gateway. And it's going to be a really interesting talk. And of course, you guys being able to join us live, the format of the show is more relaxed, and we take some questions from those that are, in the room watching with us. You could also go to your podcast player and subscribe to the audio version. And we encourage you to do that. And we appreciate when you do that, but it's really fun when you can come and see what we're talking about as well.
Yeah, because they run Gifty. Was it Nifty Gateway? I said Gifty. Gifty Nate Way. Yes, the Gifty Nate Way. And the Gemini exchange acquired them. So the Winklevi acquired the only other company that they've acquired is also run by twins. So I don't know if that's their I don't know. Joel and I are twins. If they're looking for a podcast, right?
a twin acquisition. It's a twin acquisition. A twin.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what I realized, Mr. Joe Com? I was watching this is all banter here. I was watching this amazing A&E biography about Chris Farley. Chris Farley passed away in 1997. He was actually born, like his birthday is right around your birthday.
Huh.
Like he's in 1964. So he's like same age, you're the same age as Chris Farley, which is crazy.
There you go.
And I just thought that was interesting. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
As I realized, like, you're born in 1964. Oh, it's the same age as Chris Farley. Dude, Chris Farley's been dead for 23 years. Can you believe that? God, that guy was so funny. I love Chris Farley.
He was very funny. You know what's not funny is our next speaker, because it's not about they're not about making funny. They're about making money. And it's our friends at MobiPay.io. If you guys, they just updated the website. In fact, they've been working on doing a new release. If you go to MobiPay, MobiPay.io, they have a reward system, a loyalty system that they're working on, so everybody can participate in this new global ecosystem that includes both cryptocurrencies and fiat and cashback and rewards. MobiPay.io. You can still sign up for the beta and get $10 in free MBX tokens. And we encourage you to do exactly that. And we also encourage you to join the Blockchain Heroes community. Every Wednesday night, we do a live community meeting on Zoom. And we had Wednesday night, we had 3 times the number of people that we've had in the previous week's meetings. So Steam is building. People that were there loved everything we showed them. Each week we reveal certain cards and variations, and we still got more to reveal. If you're not on the notification list, go to bcheroes.com. bcheroes.com, put your email in. We only email you about the project. And join our Telegram. It's very vibrant, very active, t.me/BC Heroes. We're really excited about this project. Travis and I, here we are 3 years in. We're really excited that we've been able to make a dent, albeit a small and a bad one, in the podcast world of crypto. But we want to help lead the way into the future, and we want to take you all with us. So, Travis, are we going to do an NFT on the next episode then? Yeah, let's do an NFT. It's a 3rd year anniversary. I'll put a little Bad Crypto 3, maybe some celebratory sort of. It'll probably look like a hive, like we're doing with the Blockchain Heroes. I'll do a little something with that. Like make it look celebratory. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave you to do your creative. I'm going to make a white one. I'm going to make a white one with a Bad Crypto logo on it, and then a 3. And then maybe a picture of our faces on it or something. Maybe the dates, from July 2017, July 2020. Yeah. Something like that. And rest in peace. That's the last thing we're going to do. No, it's not a eulogy. It's commemorative. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, commemorative. Okay, I remember that. That's good. So tune into the next episode to find out how you get that. There's people now that they see these NFTs we've released before. And like, how'd you get that? And they're like, well, you had to listen to the show. It's like our little bait. It's our bait and our switch. Mm-hmm. I want one of those. How do I get one of those? And I'm like, sorry, you get nothing. No soup for you. And like it. But we appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for going with us on this journey. Please do subscribe and review. And we appreciate you still, even after the last time I said it.
After all these years, we still love you, crazy people.
So very much. All right, gang. Catch you on the next episode. It'll be Sunday night. And in fact, let me just do a quick little diggy McDiggers here, and I can tell you exactly who our guest is going to be for episode. Oh, this is great, Travis. This is episode 428 that's going to come out on Sunday is influencers in the crypto space. We talked to Ashton Addison from Crypto Coin Show. We talked to Rice Crypto. We talked to the Wild West Crypto guys. We talked to Taryn Southern. This is going to be a mishmash of super cool.
Oh, yeah, we were going to talk to Ken Bosak, but he took a nap.
Hey, you got a nap.
No, wait. We're going to talk to Ken Bosak, but he got high.
Because he got high. Because he got high. Because he got high. Stay bad, everyone.
Who's bad?
The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.